A very good morning to all my dear students. Very warm wishes to all of you. I hope you have revised Indian Partnership Act Chapter 1 that we have started in the last lecture. Today we'll be completing Indian Partnership Act Chapter number 1, that is General Nature of Partnership today. And we'll try to start with second chapter. A very good morning, all of you, those who have sent morning wishes, Miss Avni, Hemant, Pavan, Sumaya, Rohit, Himanshu, Hitesh, Muskan, S. Sudhakar, Amal, Shiv, Sanya Khan, Sakshi, Chetan. Good morning, children, and I'm very glad that you have revised. Mr. Priyansh Gupta, Priyanka, Varun, Kunal, Joya, Praveen, Miss Muskan, Tambeshwari, all of you, Balkishan. Good morning, students. So let's have a quick revision of what we have done in the previous class. Let's revise it and then we will move ahead. So all of you remember about partnership also, children. Today we'll try to wind up the last topic of auction sale, which I told you we'll be taking in today's lecture. So once we are done with chapter 1 of Indian Partnership Act, we will try to do the topic of auction sale, and also important question, descriptive question paper I want to do with all of you today. So it is like a test for all of you for sale of goods. So I hope sale of goods is now completely done. Miss Anjali, today we'll be doing auction sale, and also I'll be taking test of sale of goods chapter. Good morning, Miss Hetal, Preeti, Pranjal, Mohammed Fareed, Ishu, Gaurav Gupta, Mrs. Ishu, Kush Shriya, Khushi Chaudhary, all of you. Yes, students. So all of you are geared up for Indian Partnership Act. Last time, whatever we discussed, we're going to have a quick revision of what is partnership. So who is going to tell me what is partnership? If I tell you, students, that there are two people, Mr. A and B, who have taken a property, a house in Delhi, and they are jointly owning it. If there are two people, Mr. A and B, who are jointly owning a house, and they have given this house on rent, both of them drive a rental income of 20,000 from this house, and they share this rental income among themselves. Can we call this kind of arrangement a partnership? Yes or no? And also I want to know why. We have discussed certain forms of organizations of partnership last time. So I want to understand that if such kind of jointly owned property is being taken up by two people, what kind of organization it is known. Mr. Hemant is asking differences and examples of partnership and company. We'll just quickly revise them as well. First, answer me. It's a test question for all of you. What kind of organization you are going to call it? It is known as co-ownership. Excellent. Partnership is the relation between the partners on the basis of partnership. D. Sanya is saying. Anusa. Miss K.M. Preeti, good morning, and I hope you all have given the correct answers. Dheeraj, Nishtha, Anand Sahu, Chetan, Ariharan, Hemant, Sejal, all of you have given the correct answer. It is a co-ownership, it is not partnership, and I've received answers from others also. Very good. Very well done. That means you have revised your content. So now you have made me feel proud. I'm so happy that you have revised whatever we have done in the previous class. And but another question I want to ask you, can minor join as a partner? Yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am? Quickly tell me, can a minor join as a partner in a partnership firm? Can we have minor as a partner in a firm? Yes, students, tell me. Can we have minor as a partner in a firm? Very good, Miss Tapaswini. She has written because they're not doing any business. They're just sharing the profits, they're jointly owning the thing. So definitely it is not a partnership. It is only co-ownership. Good morning, Miss Kajal. No, ma'am, it's not partnership. Good, Mr. Mahesh. They are called co-ownership because they share profit, Miss Sumaya. But yes, they are not partnership. That's great. Excellent. Minor can only join with the consent of other partners and only for the profits. Very good, Miss Sagufta, Joya, Muskan, Mahesh, Anand Sahu, Rani, Anushka, Yash, Monu, Vivek, Suraj. Mohammed Farhan is saying, no, there is no share of profits. Achha, you're answering for the previous one. That's correct. But for this one question, minor, yes, definitely minor can join as a partner only if all the partners have consented, but minor can only join for the profits. Is there any difference between minor joining as a partner between partnership firm and HUF children? Can minor be a member of HUF? Those who have just joined now, we are doing a quick revision of the previous lecture. I'm asking you questions. I'm taking a small test for the first 10 minutes. So quickly answer me. Can a minor join as a member in HUF? Yes, ma'am, or no, ma'am? You all answer. Minor cannot be a partner in partnership unless the partners have consented. But in HUF, what is the case? Tapaswini, correct. Khush Shah, that's correct. Very good. Yes, ma'am. Minor becomes a member by birth in case of HUF. We very nicely discussed the same case in the previous lecture also. And all of you have rightly agreed. Yes, minor can be considered as a partner or a member in HUF because in HUF, there is nothing like a partnership kind of agreement that is made. Partnership is created out of agreement. However, in HUF, once the family member, any child is born in the family, he becomes the member then itself. All right. Now, those, my dear students who were asking about the doubts between partnership and joint stock company, I'm going to cover a few points from the study material itself so that nothing is left uncovered. And also for your kind information, all of you, sale of goods, all the chapters have been uploaded on the website portal. So please download the presentations, make complete notes, everything that we're discussing in the class, examples, whatever we have written, we'll be having a revision once we do auction sale today. So it's important that the chapters that are completely done should be completed with the notes with you, and you should have revised it along with the descriptive questions given in the study material. So joint stock company is nothing. It is the name given to a company. A company can be a public company, private company, one-person company. There can be different types of companies. When we do Companies Act, that time we'll be understanding what is a company. But as of now, a joint stock company means basically a company is known as joint stock because all the stock is jointly held, owned by the shareholders. It is being jointly occupied by the members. All right. So we have covered the points of differences. The basic difference between partnership and company is partnership, it comes into existence by an agreement between the partners. So you and me decided that, okay, tomorrow Harleen ma'am and Anushka are going to start the partnership for selling shoes. So we signed an agreement. We had a partnership deed. We discussed about how we're going to share the profits and we started the business. So it is the simplest form of organization. It does not require compulsory registration. We don't have to do too many legal formalities. Nothing much is required to be done. We can simply go and get ourselves registered. We can have a partnership deed and we can start the business. However, if me and Anushka, we decide that we want to convert ourselves into company, we want to broaden our perspectives, then 2 people minimum, we can open up a private company. But in order to open up a public company, we'll need 5 more people because what is the requirement for public company? Quickly tell me, how many members are required for public limited company? You have to answer me. All right, Mohammed Farhan, we will definitely repeat Santi Ranjan Das Gupta case and Keri Kamath also. Hariharan, yes, definitely. We should do all the MCQs from the study material. Even we are going to do few of them today in the class. Mr. Yogesh Kumar, Sejal, all of you have given the correct answers for the previous one. 7 is the minimum number of people required in public limited company. That's wonderful. So many of you pay attention and answer me quickly. I really feel proud of my students. So now if we have opened up a public company, so we require to do all the legal formalities, the prospectus needs to be issued, you have memorandum of association, articles, बहुत कुछ होता है company में. But partnership has the flexibility of an agreement arrangement where we can do the business, we share the profits. In company, we have dividends, here we have profits. Our liability, what is the liability in case of partnership? Is it limited or unlimited? Hurry up, answer me this one now. Sejal Mishra is giving me limit for the number of partners. I did not ask that. My question was minimum number of members in public company. Vivek Kumar said 200 maximum in case of private company, but my question was again different. So after answering me this question about the liability, unlimited liability, beautiful Aditya, Anusa, Om, Tameshwari, Jua, Mahesh, Chetan. Mahesh writes his name also. Mahesh, your name is visible, don't worry. Ariharan, Khush, Garv, Muskan, Dheeraj, Rani Prasad, Anushka Raj, Anand, Hemant, Pranjal, Miss Buddha, Yasashri. That's correct answer. Very good. All of you have given the correct answers. Wonderful. The partnership has unlimited liability. However, in company, the liability is limited by shares or by guarantee, depending upon the type of company. Now, all the property is jointly held by the partners. That means they're jointly owning, and it is not separate. It does not belong to a distinctive body of companies. However, here in case of company, the property is different of shareholders and company is having its different property. So we have discussed all these points, and what are the number of partners that we have to remember? Where is the number of partners limit defined? Last question, revision questions for all of you. What is the maximum number of partners we can have in partnership and where it is defined? Where it is written? So we did last time that Partnership Act is silent about the number of partners. However, Companies Act 2013 has given you the maximum limit of 100. But the Companies Rules 2014 has restricted the present limit to 50. So what my students have to remember is, this is very important, that number of maximum partners that you can have in a firm is 50. Very good. Great. So I hope no other doubts over here, and we have revised what we have done in the previous lecture also. Still, if anyone has a doubt in Indian partnership, first, Acha, KD Kamath, he was asking me, na? Let's move to KD Kamath and Santi Ranjan Das Gupta. So you have to tell me, children, in case of KD Kamath, can we say that in KD Kamath, what was concluded by Supreme Court, that yes, it is a partnership form of organization? Why did you include this? What was the reason behind KD Kamath and Company? Section 4 has told you there are 5 essential elements: sharing of profits, 2 and more people, sharing of profits, agreement, doing a business. Business should be for acquiring gains, and mutual agency relationship we have discussed in the previous lecture. But then we have concluded in KD Kamath and Company that yes, it was considered as a partnership form of organization. Why? On what basis? We were having exclusive control and management in the hand of KD Kamath only. High Court told us that you're not a partnership, it is a kind of sole proprietorship. But why did Supreme Court called us partnership? Good morning, Miss Preeti Singh. Because all of them were acting for all, because of mutual agency relationship. Excellent, Kajal, Anusa Singh, Hariharan, Preeti, very nice answers all of you have given. That means my students have revised. They know now. Miss Kajal Sharma is writing, ma'am, we are lucky to have a good teacher like you, because we are understanding everything. So thank you so much, Miss Kajal. I am also equally proud of all of you, because you are revising, you are learning it very nicely. Good. So KD Kamath case, it was included that it was, yes, it is a partnership, because on the basis of mutual agency relationship, all the partners were held liable for whatever one partner was doing. The other partners were also held liable for the same. Khatam. Now the second case was Santi Ranjan Das Gupta. But children, in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, I told you, no, it is not a partnership form of organization. Why it was not held a partnership form of organization? You have to answer me. Adnan, that's correct answer. Aditya Kumar says because the cardinal principle of mutual agency was there. Very good. Ms. Buddha, Varun, Sanya, Mahesh, all of you are correct. Abhishek, Yash, S. Tadhakar, Muskan. Good answers. Mr. Satyam Kumar. But why did we say that in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta it was not a partnership? Ms. Punita, that was correct answer. Why did we say in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta that it's not a partnership? Because there were no agreement, there were no written records. Yes, yes, Sudhakar, your answer is correct. Anushka, Satyam, Preeti, all of you. Dheeraj, no record of transactions. Very good. Miss Sanya Khan, it's very difficult to read all the names. All your answers are coming. Don't worry, everything you're writing is correct. My students are making me feel more proud. So well done. Santi Ranjan Das Gupta, Mr. Mohammed, you have a doubt in this. So why it was held in Santi Ranjan Das Gupta? It was written by Supreme Court that there were no records of agreement between the partners. There was no bank accounts which was opened with the organization. I was not having any bank accounts. No transaction registers were maintained. When the court came to see the files of sales purchases, what business they are doing, there was no record. So law held that Santi Ranjan Das Gupta was just trying to. I hope Mr. Mohammed Farhan, you're paying attention now because you're still writing query for other questions. So I'm telling you Santi Ranjan Das Gupta right now. So please pay attention. So, in that case, what was happening? All the records were missing in this very case of Santi Ranjan Das Gupta. So, law held that they're just trying to take benefits of partnership. They just want to get themselves registered at a partnership, although he was just a individual owner or maybe a sole proprietor, but he was not at all concluded to be a partnership because the records were missing in order to prove an evidence. An agreement is required to have between the partners. How the profit sharing ratio is divided, nothing was visible. That's why they were considered not to be a partners. Very good answers given by Mr. Yogesh, Shiva, Tapaswini, Adnan, Kajal, Aditya Kumar, Sagufta, Gaurav Gupta. Very nice. Good. So now we have concluded how principles of partnership, characteristics of partnership are important in order to conclude whether any organization is a partnership or not. So now last question from my side is why club is not considered to be a partnership form of organization? You have to answer me. Why do we say that club is not a partnership, whether it is a partnership or not? So you have to answer me whether it is a partnership form of organization when we have a club, yes or no. And why? Why club is not considered to be a partnership? All right, that's great, Mr. Mohammed. You have understood, I hope now. All the case laws are not important. We are doing all those important case laws which are to be covered in this chapter, and it is not necessary to remember the names of the case laws, all those who are asking. Monu Singh is saying club is made for charitable purposes. Is it so? It's never, it's not just for charitable. When you go for a swimming club or gymming club, you have to pay the membership. Why you're not partner? Because you don't have any motive of earning profits in a club. You're just going as a member. Juhi Kumari, that's correct. Mr. Greek Bansal is writing club is non-profit organization. There are no profits motive. You cannot say that club is not a partnership because club is having an attachment with you as a member. When you join any club, you're paying your membership fees. You are not having any motive of earning profits in a club. That's absolutely great. Very good, Miss Soumya, non-profit organization, she's saying. So it is not a partnership because here you have members. Mr. Adnan is correct. Mr. Mohammed Sheikh is correct. Tabeshwari, Adnan, because you're not having mutual agency relationship. Wonderful. Muskan, Sanya Khan, Preeti, Sagufta, Joa, Krishnan Singh. All of you are correct, children. So very well done. So now you know the difference between all the forms of organizations and partnership. So let's move to a new topic now. We have done these questions also of testing your knowledge. Okay. Another fourth question in front of you on the screen is, which of the following is not essential elements of partnership? Agreement between partners, sharing of profits between partners, business must be carried on by all, business must start within 6 months from the date of the agreement. You have to answer me question number 4. Mr. Yash Shah, your answer is correct. Muthyani, good. Tapaswini, Very good. Option C is the correct answer. Miss Nishta, you're giving a wrong answer. D. Joa Parveen, all of you others are correct. C is the correct answer because there is no such condition of starting the business within 6 months of the agreement. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं लिखा गया है essential elements में. So this is the incorrect essential element. C is the correct answer for the fourth question. And position of minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. True or false? The position of minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. Answer it very carefully. What is the correct answer for the sixth one? Position of minor is same in partnership as well as in HUF. What is the correct answer in this case? False is the correct answer. Mr. Chetan G is the first one to give the correct answer. So false is the correct answer. Why? Because we have just now discussed that in partnership, you need to be of the age of majority. You cannot simply become a partner just because you're a minor. You cannot simply become a partner. But in HUF, by birth, the person becomes a partner. Another example that you can take over here is like, for example, A and B are partners in a partnership firm. A got married and he had a son, Mr. C. Can we say that C also becomes partner with A and B? The answer is no. A minor cannot be a partner in partnership. Only when he attains the age of 18 years, that is majority, then he can become a partner in his dad's firm. Although, even if he's the age of 15 or 16 years, he can be admitted if all the partners are consenting. So we have a different set of information when the minor has to join partner in partnership firm. But in HUF, the minor, if it is A and B is in HUF and Mr. C, who has a son who was born in their family, he becomes a member automatically. He doesn't need to attain the age of majority. Clear, eh? Now let's move down to another topic, that is kinds of partnership. We are going to discuss 4 types of partnerships today. Number 1 is on the basis of duration of time period. And second is on the basis of types of business that we do. So considering the time period, law has given you 2 types of partnership. Number 1, partnership at will. And number 2 is partnership for a fixed period. Now, before we proceed further, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of at my will? At my will means at my choice. Will means your wish, your choice. So partnership at will means a partnership which is done by choice. You don't have any fixed period. There is no fixed period determined in case of partnership at will. We do not have any fixed period in case of partnership at will. What does it mean? Ma'am, what is the meaning of this? We don't have any fixed period. So say, for example, A and B, there were 2 people, Mr. A and Mr. B. They were good friends in a college. Okay, they were good friends, Mr. A and B. They were good friends. They did MBA together. And after doing MBA, they said that let's get ourselves enrolled in CA course. And after completing CA, now they have become chartered accountants, professional chartered accountant, Mr. A and B. And they decided, let's do a partnership business. Why don't we start a partnership business of selling cloth? So they were into cloth business. They were wholesaler dealers. They were purchasing clothes from the manufacturers and used to sell them to the retailers. So this kind of business partnership they had into. But my dear students, when A and B started the partnership, they started the partnership on 20th February 2021. And B asked for how long can we do this partnership? A and B said, till the time we are compatible with each other, till the time we are happy doing the business together, let's do it till that time. Have I told you any fixed period in this? There is no period determined. Study में लिखा हुआ है determination of the course of partnership means हमने find out ही नहीं करा कि कितने टाइम के लिए हमें पार्टनरशिप रखनी है. हमने कहा जब तक चलेगी, अगर चली तो शाम तक, ना चली तो कल तक. So it's all your choice. अगर if we want, we have a good bond, we can do the partnership for ages. So say for example till 2030 they continued this partnership, so that is a partnership at will out of their choice. But say for example on 20th February 21 they had this partnership signed, and on 21st February they had a fight with each other. And A said, I am not going to do business with you. You were so happy and good with me in college days. Now you are being so aggressive. I will not do business. Okay, fine. Close this business. We are not happy. We can close it because it was a partnership at will. So partnership at will कुछ नहीं है, सिंपल है, जिसमें कुछ पीरियड डिफाइन नहीं करा गया, जिसमें टाइम पीरियड डिसाइडेड नहीं है, उसको बोलते हैं पार्टनरशिप एट विल. This partnership simply comes to an end by giving a notice to another person. So one person can give a notice that, look, I'm not comfortable with you, or maybe some other reasons I don't want to partnership further with you, and it comes to an end. समझ आ गया partnership at will? So where there's no period has been fixed, you started a partnership without deciding any fixed period, it is a partnership at will. And in the very same example, if A and B started the partnership on 20th February 2021, that let's be partners till 20th March 2022. Now I have decided that we both will be partner for 1 year, 1 month, for 20th February 21 till 20th March 2022. Now we have decided to be partners for 1 year. This is known as partnership for a fixed period, because here the period has been determined. We have defined the period, the time period for which we are going to be together in a partnership. All right. So this is the difference between, on the basis of time duration, partnership at will and partnership for a fixed period. Clear ho gaya? Now let's move to another point, that is partnership on the basis of business that you're doing. So there is a firm which is doing business. The partners C and D have opened up the partnership for doing a general business, and they are into the business grocery store or any cloth ships or whatever they have decided, like a partnership at will. It's a general partnership. We have not decided the time period, then it becomes partnership at will. Otherwise, it's a general partnership in which all the interest and capital you calculate, you have contributed the capitals, you're sharing the profits, you have made the partnership deed. Whatever the features and elements we have discussed in the partnership, it is known as general partnership. Point number 1. So whatever business we are doing together, and we have unlimited liability. What do we have in general partnership? We have unlimited liability. आपने ही मुझे बताया अभी जब क्लास शुरू हुई थी कि मैम our liability is unlimited. So I go with that, and we have our liability unlimited in the general partnership. Now the second category is particular partnership. Now the C and D are doing business of a grocery store, and they are selling chips, biscuits every day in the shop, and they bring the business, contribute towards the capital, and they share whatever profits they get from this business. This is the general business that they're doing, general partnership, sabko clear hai. Now the C and D decided to hold an event in Dubai for doing certain advertisement of their products. Now this is a particular event which they are doing with C, D, and E is also doing with them. So here where C, D, and E have collaborated, they have signed an agreement for a particular partnership. For a particular kind of business, they're going to hold an exhibition which is going to be held in Dubai for 5 days. For these 5 days, for this particular business, they will be coming together and joining the partnership with each other. So what is this partnership known as? This kind of arrangement between C, D, and E is known as particular partnership. Here, our liability of C, D, and E for this event in Dubai is restricted to this particular business that we are doing. E will not be held liable for the business of the general nature that they're doing for the grocery store. No. He has collaborated with you for the particular partnership only for that particular business that you're going to do in for 5 days, exhibition that you're going to put up in Dubai. You are partners only for that activity. Whatever expenditures and incomes will be given during that particular nature of business will be contributed and shared among yourselves. Is that clear? The general partnership is the routine business that you're doing, unlimited liability. So it is basically on the basis of liability you're deciding. The business जो आप कर रहे हो उसके बेस पे कितनी आपकी liability बन रही है वो है general and particular partnership. And the third category in this case is also a new category which has come up, that is LLP. There is another partnership that is known as LLP. So general partnership is having unlimited liability and LLP is having a limited liability. Is LLP also part of partnership? No. LLP is defined under LLP Act 2018. When you do the chapter of LLP, you will understand over there. Here, I'm just trying to tell you the type of liabilities. So particular partnership has a liability extent of particular business. General partnership has unlimited liability. And for your limited liability, you have your liability is limited till the particular event. Is that clear? All of you, are you clear about the kinds of partnerships that we have? Miss Palak, you can be into any business for, partnership can be done for any kind of business. Very good, Mr. Mohammed. Definitely, it is known as particular partnership. Ms. Divya is asking if A and B agree to do partnership for selling a limited amount of apples. It is a partnership for fixed period or particular partnership. Okay, very relevant question has come up by Ms. Divya. So, Ms. Divya, if you have done a partnership with another person for selling apples, so if it is defined that we'll be selling apples from say March till April, then it is a fixed partnership. If you are generally doing some another business, but you have specifically come together to do the business of selling apples, then it is a particular partnership only for the particular time period you have decided and the particular business that you are doing it for a shorter while, then it will be known as particular partnership. Okay. Thank you, Ariharan and Anuj Kumar. Thank you, Ms. Muskan. Thank you, Aditya Kumar. I'm so glad that it's clear. Thank you, Mr. Mohammed Farhan. Okay. Great, you all have written. It's clear now. So that's great. अभय जैन, पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप हिंदी में पूछ रहे हो आप, तो हिंदी में पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप जब आप कुछ छोटा सा बिजनेस कोई पर्टिकुलर चीज कर रहे हो, बिजनेस के ऊपर डिफाइंड होता है। आप बड़ा बिजनेस कर रहे हो, रूटीन नेचर का है, तो जनरल पार्टनरशिप है अनलिमिटेड लायबिलिटी। बट उसी में से जैसे अभी दिव्या ने पूछा कि अगर आप बिजनेस करते हो खाली एप्पल्स का ही जनरल पार्टनरशिप है, बट आप एप्पल्स के अलावा कुछ और थोड़े टाइम के लिए अगर कोई एग्जीबिशन होल्ड कर रहे हो या कुछ इवेंट करने जा रहे हो, तो उसको हम पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप बोलते हैं, जो कि शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन है, जो कि पर्टिकुलर पीरियड के लिए। टाइम पीरियड डिफाइन हो गया तो फिक्स पार्टनरशिप हो जाएगा। डिफरेंस बिटवीन fixed partnership and particular partnership is on the basis of extent of business that you're going to do. Fixed partnership is on the basis of time period that you have fixed. Okay, good. Prince Kumar, the liability in case of particular partnership is restricted to the particular nature of business that you're doing with each other. All right. So here is a question for all of you, testing your knowledge. Today we have the questions along with the chapters only. So answer me, test your knowledge 7. Partnership at will is one which does not have a partnership deed, which does not provide for how long the business will continue, which cannot be dissolved, which does not have any partner. Preeti Singh, in that case, the liability will remain unlimited. Good, Miss Samaya. Partners at will and general partnership, Mr. Yogesh Kumar, when you're talking about partnership at will, then you have not defined the time period. Like you have all answered the correct option of 7B is the correct option where your period is not defined. However, for the general partnership, it continues in a long run where you have done a partnership without determining any kind of time period. All right. So that particular partnership is known as partnership at will. Okay. Definitely, Mr. Dangi, if you'll study regularly with us, you will definitely clear your exams. The only thing Mr. Dangi is required is Mr. Dangi Atul Bhai. The only thing is required is please keep revising whatever you do in these classes with us. All right. Okay. So another question in front of you. A partnership was formed for carrying out a particular venture or undertaking. It is known as a limited partnership, joint venture, special partnership, or a particular partnership. Partnership was formed for carrying out particular venture or undertaking is known as what kind of partnership? Good answer, Ms. Jeffrin. For the previous one, Sejal, Sanya, Vipin, Krishna Singh, all of you have given the correct answers. Don't worry, Miss Punita, it's okay. Do you know Mr. Anand Sahu? Let's concentrate on the chapter. Ma'am, are my answers visible? Miss Kushi Gautam, yes, all your answers are visible and they were correct. Yes, Mr. Prince Kumar, here the liability will be limited to the particular period only. That's good. So 8D is the correct answer. Yes, Mr. Shah, we can consider them together also. So 8D is the correct answer. Particular partnership is known as the partnership which is formed for carrying out a particular venture or an undertaking. Good. Okay, I have another question, very interesting question for all of you. If partnership is formed without any fixed duration of time, what it is known as? Can we call it unlimited partnership? Mr. Arun NP, you can ask your doubt. Don't worry, you can ask it. If there is no fixed period, it is an unlimited partnership, co-ownership. Is it particular partnership or it is known as partnership at will? What will you call this kind of partnership with no fixed period has been decided? What kind of partnership it is known as? Very good. Partnership at will because no period has been decided. What is the liability in fixed period partnership? So liability, Mr. Prince Kumar, remains unlimited. Option C is the correct answer for the ninth one. All of you have given the correct answer for the ninth one. Hariharan HUF, where the family is doing the business together, which is not divided, that can be considered as an HUF business. All right. So now my question to all my dear students is, suppose there was a partnership which was constituted for 2 years time period. So can I call it as a partnership for a fixed period? You just now learned it. We decided we will do the partnership from 2020 to 2022 for it for 2 years. So yes, ma'am, we call it partnership for a fixed period. Suppose A and B became so friendly and they were so compatible in this business with each other that after 2 years, they decided to continue this partnership. They said, we are so happy with each other. Let's continue this partnership beyond 2 years also. कब तक के लिए जब तक के लिए मन करें till whatever period they want. They were so happy in this business that they did not close it after 2 years. They decided to continue it. My dear students, where the partnership was formed for a fixed period and now the fixed period has ended, but still the partners want to continue this kind of partnership. Now it will become partnership at will. What is it called? Now it will be called partnership at will. You have converted this partnership into partnership at will. So now tomorrow you simply give a notice that, okay, fine, now we are happy. Let's close this business. Then you can close it. In the same way, A and B went for this exhibition. Okay, C, D, and E went for this exhibition to hold the particular business in Dubai. And they were so happy with each other that after 5 days, they decided to continue this partnership for other businesses also. They said that we will continue this partnership for long period now, not just for this particular business, even more business we'll be doing with you. In that case also, particular partnership will end after 5 days. But if still you continue further with each other, the partnership, it will come partnership at will. So partnership at will, bada simple and interesting hai. Yes, it is general partnership only, all those who you are asking. जनरल पार्टनरशिप ही है सारी, सिर्फ वो डिफाइन कर रहे हैं, कैटेगरीज डिवाइड कर रहे हैं कि 4 तरह की डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज है. एट विल में टाइम पीरियड नहीं है, फिक्स पीरियड में टाइम पीरियड. जनरल में जनरल बिजनेस आप कर रहे हो, अनलिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी है. पर्टिकुलर पार्टनरशिप में पर्टिकुलर बिजनेस की लाइबिलिटी है. एलएलपी में तो लिमिटेड लाइबिलिटी है, वो तो नेक्स्ट चैप्टर में पढ़ ही लो. And once the fixed period partnership has ended, you still continue, it becomes partnership at will. Once the particular business partnership has ended, you still want to continue the partnership, it becomes partnership at will. All right. All right. Let's move ahead. Okay. I hope now everything, all the doubts are clear. Yes, all the notes are already uploaded on the ICAI website portal also. Miss Sahalya N, definitely you'll be able to complete your portion even if you start studying today, but keep revising and keep doing all those things. Yes, Mr. Dangi, whatever I keep asking you in between to write it down, you can add those notes along with the presentations. Yes, Mohammed, general partnership is the overall partnership that we talk. It's the general nature of business that we are doing. I hope, Anjali, it's clear now. New partnership will take place. So, Ms. Divya, that new partnership will now become partnership at will. All right. So, very well understood, all of you. Let's move ahead now. Another topic which is coming up for all of you is again very, very interesting topic, that is partnership deed. Now, children, partnership deed is so simple that students at time try to leave this topic. ये तो छोटा सा है, इसमें से क्या आएगा? But let me tell you, 2 बार 6 marks का question आ चुका है. What is partnership deed? 6 marks, can you imagine? And in that you have to write all these clauses of partnership deed. It is the simplest topic of partnership deed. Why do we find it simple? Because we have done partnership in accounts also. We have been hearing these kind of things from class 11th, 12th when we were commerce students. Even if you are commerce student now, class 12th, you're doing. Partnership is one of the favorites of examiners in class 12th also when you're doing accounts. And in law, you're having a quick revision of what you have studied. In your BCom first year in accounts you have, in CA foundation accounts you have, and also in your 12th class you have studied about accounts. Even those who have not done commerce background, from for them also partnership deed is a very, very simple topic. And if you find it tough, I'll try to make it as simple as possible in few minutes. So partnership deed is nothing. It is just the agreement that you and me have signed to become partners with each other. So partnership is formed by an agreement. Yes, ma'am, it is formed by an agreement. We all have understood the first essential element tells you that the partnership is formed by an agreement between the partners. So this agreement can be oral or in writing, and all the terms of partnership which we have agreed are known as partnership deed. So A and B decided to have a partnership business with each other. They came together, they signed all the agreements, they decided how much capital to be contributed, how much interest will be paid, what will be the share of business, how the profits are to be shared, and they signed this agreement and it became a partnership deed. Partnership deed is the name given to the partnership agreement. And once you have signed it, please get it stamped from the Indian Stamp account under the Indian Stamp Act, and it should be signed by all the parties. So you have to get that thappa also, partnership. Yes, we have got the partnership done under the Indian Stamp Act. Stamping has to be done of partnership, and it should be signed by all the partners. This is the simplest procedure of starting a partnership with each other. That is why it is known as very flexible, because we simply need to sign, we need a paper, we need to sign the agreement and get it stamped, and we are partners from now. Now it says the agreement may be oral or in writing. Though the law says that it should be in writing, but why it says that why it says that it can be oral also. But tell me something, students, don't you think that written thing has more relevance? Written thing has more relevance. It can be shown as a record to another person. So then it becomes very simple if the things are written and they're in a record. Say, for example, A and B made an oral agreement. Okay, fine, you and me, because law is giving us the permission, we can be partners with each other. And they orally decided that from tomorrow onwards, we'll be partners. कर सकते हैं भाई, लॉ कह रहे हैं ओरल में भी कर लो, तो हमने ओरल में पार्टनरशिप डीड बना ली. Tomorrow, and they decided that the profits will be 1:1. 1:1 means equally. They had a profit of 5,000. So how will they get the profits? 2,500 A will get, 2,500 B will get. But A said, no, 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 I will take 3,000. B said, come on, we decided we'll have profits 1:1. Why are you doing like this with? A said, kahan likha hai? How can you prove it? Where it is written? How will you prove to the law that it is written 1:1? It becomes so difficult when you have made the arrangement orally. Now they had this dispute. They had a fight. Dispute means they had a fight and they went to the court. Court said, how can I listen? Like A is saying it is 1:1. B is saying it should have been equally. A says we agreed for this 3,003:2 ratio. Now, where is the debate going on? They're just fighting and they need some evidence to prove it. So in such circumstances, it is advisable that you should record it in writing, your agreement, so that tomorrow when you have fights between the partners and you have to go to the law of court in order to prove your points, if something written is available, it becomes very easy to express yourself. So that's why it says it is desirable to have it in writing in order to avoid any disputes, means fights. So tomorrow, if you have any fights with the partners, it becomes very easy if your partnership deed is in writing. All right, all these points are clear. Now let us see what are the clauses given in the partnership deed. There are following clauses which are present. Very good. K Monish says written records is very safe to keep and helps to disputes in future can be referred. Very good. Oral ho sakta hai and writing. Yes, Anuj Kumar, in both the cases it can happen. Yes, Mr. Amal PR, if 6-mark question comes, you can write down all these points of clauses and you can define the partnership deed. Mr. Yash Shah, conversion is not this thing. It's not part of your topic. Yes. Okay, now let's see the clauses. Now let's see the clauses of the partnership deed. Partnership deed should contain the following clauses. The name of the parties, who are the partners, name of the parties, who are the partners who are going to join the business, the nature of the business, what kind of business you're going to do. It's very important to tell that what kind of business you're going to do. It should be written, it should be there in a partnership report. Duration of partnership. Now, my dear students, what is the relevance of duration? Duration of partnership is going to tell you whether it is the fixed partnership or it is partnership at will. If no duration is given, then it is partnership at will. If time period is given, it is a fixed part. Name of the firm. How much capital? Now, name of the firm is very important. You cannot have a name which is already in existence. Say, for example, there is a firm with the name of Harleen Kaur Associates. And tomorrow, X and Y, they have decided to do the business. And they said, let's get ourselves registered with the name of Harleen Kaur Associates. Now, law will say the name which is already registered firm, you cannot have the same name of the firm. So it is very important to mention what is your name of your firm that you're going to do the business with. And the capitals that you're going to contribute for the business. Okay. Share of partners in profit and losses, how much profits you're going to get, how are you going to open your bank accounts, how your books of accounts will be kept. All this information you need to mention in your partnership deed. So what is your partnership deed going to tell you? So it's very easy to remember. You don't have to learn it. You simply say, अच्छा partners है तो name of the partners, nature of business, business क्या करेंगे हम, address of the partnership, your name of the firm, what duration you want to have, whether it's a fixed partnership, partnership at will, so you need to decide the duration, what capital you're going to bring, how you're going to share the profits, what will be your bank accounts, what books of accounts, how you're going to get your books of accounts, that is also need to be derived in the partnership deed. Now, the last 5 points that are written in the partnership deed, these are basically the summary of your chapter number 2. Okay, Miss Preeti Singh, we will definitely talk about this also. But as of now, let us concentrate on completing the syllabus. All right. So powers of partners. Now, powers of partners means what rights have been given to the partners. So under partnership, certain rights has been given, certain power has been given to them. How they're going to use these powers. What will happen if the partner has retired? How the partner can be expelled from the firm. Expelled is a very, very harsh word used. It says how you can throw a partner out of the partnership. Can you terminate a partner? Is it possible to expel anyone? It says yes, we can suspend the partner, we can terminate, but it is a very harsh term. When we go to chapter number 2, I'll explain you how the expulsion happens. But these kind of terms has to be provided in the partnership deed. What will happen if the partner has died? What will happen if the partner has retired? All these clauses have to be given in the partnership deed. And then dissolution of the firm. Dissolution of the firm, whole of the chapter 3, we will discuss how the firm gets dissolved, how it comes to an end. So that also should be provided in your partnership deed. And the last point is provision for salaries or commissions, if any, payable to partners. Now, children, you remember managerial remuneration paid to the partners? Mr. Anil Yadav, you can simply write down where about the line that you're asking. You can simply mention if it's a fixed partnership, then that duration. If no fixed partnership, then partnership at will. Okay. Now, where you have to mention, do we get managerial remuneration? Anish Kumar says, yes, managerial remuneration is sometimes paid to the partners. How do you derive that remuneration? So sometimes it says if you remember your profit and loss account, when you go to the partnership account, you say interest on capital. So ऐसे ही बनाते हो ना आप, लिख कर देखते हैं. To IOC, interest on capital that you pay in the partnership. And then you say buy drawings, then you have interest on drawings also. And to profits, A will get this much, B will get this much, and C will get this much. This is how you kind of things you do. At times, you also rate to salary to partners. Have you read? Remember seeing this to salary to partners. So interest on capital is given. We all remember sharing of profits is done. What is the salary to partners, ma'am? Why the partner is getting a salary? Why he's getting two managerial remunerations? Why remuneration is kind of thing is being paid to him? What is all this? So it says sometimes in addition to the interest on capital, we try to pay additional salary to the partners. Let's assume there are 3 partners, A and B and C, and they all are getting equal profits. And apart from the profits, the business that they're doing, so there are 3 partners, A, B, and C. They're getting equal profits, 1:1:1. And C also helps to provide legal advisory work for the firm. He's doing additional kind of work from the firm. He's along with CA, he's a lawyer also. He's lawyer and CS also. So he says that along with the partnership that we have done for the business, I will be doing the legal matters and legal advisory work is also doing. So the firm decided, A, B, and C have decided that we will pay salary to this partner for this additional work that he's doing. So that is how the salary to partner is given. It's not that he's your employee because that's why I'm giving a salary. The salary and commissions, or sometimes the commissions are charged by the partner if he's doing such kind of additional work for your firm. So we have almost come to an end of this chapter. Just the type of partners are left. And then we'll be doing our topic of auction sale today as promised. And one question paper I want to solve with all of you today. So we still have lots to do in another 1 hour. So let's take a small break and I request you to revise and read whatever we have done till now from the study sheet. Let's take a small break. So I hope you have read the entire chapter from where we left. We'll be starting. Mr. Dangi is asking what is the date of course completion. So you can see the lectures planned on the website. You can refer to them and accordingly you can calculate. But by end of March, I think your entire syllabus will be winded up for CA Foundation Law. So paper 2 law will be completing and you can start your revision after that. Acquisition meaning, Sakshi. Acquisition means to acquire, to take something. Salary is paid before profits. Okay, Sagufta, that's correct. Absolutely correct. Miss Ruchika, yes, definitely. You can write down that as well. Once we go to the study material, we'll try to cover it from there as well. All right. Yes, profit and loss appropriations accounts. Good. You remember all this, Mr. Anuj Kumar. That's great. Okay, so now let's move ahead to the topic of types of partners. So number one partner that we're going to do is active partner. So who is an active partner and who is a sleeping partner? All my dear partners sitting over here, my CA Foundation students, budding chartered accountants can see what kind of partners we have. So what do you understand with the name that suggests active and sleeping partners? Do you think the sleeping partner is actually going to the office and to sleep on the table like this? Is it true, children? Tell me. You have to answer me about this. Yes, active partner is one who is actively participating in business. That's wonderful. What about the sleeping partners? Students, why I am not getting your comments? Is there any technical problem, sir? I can't get the answers from the students. Technical support, Mr. Ashok, is there any problem? I cannot see the answers from the students. I can't see it on the portal. From 11:57, after that it's 12:10. No comment is showing. So active partner is one who is actively participating in the business, and sometimes you don't want a partner just to actively be involved in business, but he can just lend his name and he acts as a sleeping partner, is one who does not participate in the partnership business, in the day-to-day routine business. So let us read their definitions. The picture has already been shown to all of you over here in the diagram. Now let's read the, now I can see your messages, students. I don't know why it got hang in between. Okay, Mr. Mohammed, you can ask where it is written this case law and your reference you're asking. We can explain that as well to you. And anything specifically you have not understood in that question, you can ask me. Okay. So let's move to the types of partners. So very rightly mentioned, active partner is one who is actively participating in the business, and sleeping partner is one who is simply lending his name and not participating in day-to-day business. So I hope partnership at will, you have read it from here also. It can be dissolved by giving notice. I just told you for fixed period and then general partnership deed also we have done. Yes. So active partner is also known as ostensible partner. What is the meaning of the word ostensible? Ostensible means, say for example, if I have bought a branded watch and I just wear it and I keep my hand like this, and or if I've got very expensive earrings and I keep doing it like this, or something show off, where I'm trying to show off. I'm trying to create that people should see it's visible. If I've got long nails, I just keep on doing like this. I'm trying to show off. I'm trying to make it visible to the people. So that is what is the meaning of active partner. He is described as a partner who is showing off, Showing off means who's actually always appearing upfront on the screen. He's always visible. सामने रहना, जैसे कहते हैं ना बॉस की नजरों के सामने आ रहा है, तो उसी तरह से एक्टिव पार्टनर नजरों में रहता है, हमेशा एक्टिवली इन्वॉल्व रहता है, एक तरह से शो ऑफ कर रहा है कि हाँ जी सारा बिजनेस मैं ही कर रहा हूँ, और वो ही कर रहा है. एनी पार्टनर हु इज ए नॉर्मल पार्टनर इन अ पार्टनरशिप बिजनेस इज नोन एज एक्टिव पार्टनर. So that is why he's called a sensible partner. Sensible means to show off. So as if he's actively involved and actually participating in the business. He becomes a partner by agreement and actively participates in the conduct of business, means in the day-to-day routine. He acts as an agent means mutual agency relationship. All my students knows all of us are now mutual agent of the other partner. So that is very true in the ordinary course of business and in his retirement. Retirement means goodbye from the firm. Now he's retiring. He's saying bye bye to the firm. I'm going. He needs to give a public notice. So how is a public notice given? It is an ad given in the newspaper or on the website that look, I'm retiring from this firm. Why do he need to give a public notice? To absolve himself from all the liabilities so that he cannot be held liable after he has retired from the firm. Now tell me one thing, students. A and B are partners in a firm. B left the firm. Retire means he left the firm. He was retired from the firm on 8th June 2022. On 8th June 2022, Mr. B retires from the firm. A was the only person, maybe A, B, and C. Now, A and C are the two partners who were left in the business, and they took a loan in September 22 from the bank for rupees 20,000. Somebody was asking me, we have to write all this. What, ma'am, you keep telling? These are short examples. Please keep writing down along with that. Now, these are just spontaneous examples which keep coming to my mind to explain you the content. So if I'm telling you something, I'm mentioning the dates, keep writing down. It helps to make the the text very easier for you to understand. So now A, B and C are partners. B retired on 8th June, 8th February लिखा हुआ है मैंने यहाँ पे. चलो 8th February 2022 and A and C took loan from the market from September 22, 30th September 2022. Now will B will be also held liable for this loan amount? Tell me yes or no. B has already retired from the firm, and B will also be held? Mr. Prince Kumar, settlement of accounts. This chapter number 3, dissolution, we will do when we reach that chapter. B will not be liable. Mr. Anand Sahu, very good. Mohammed, that's excellent. Active partner participates in the business. Sleeping is not known to the outsiders. Very good. Very nice. Okay. No, he will not be liable. Juhi, Dev, Mohammed, Anand Sarang, very good. Aditya, Rani, Prince, everybody has given the correct answers. Why he will not be liable? Because he has retired from the firm. But my dear children, he should have given the public notice. Then only he will not be held liable. Suppose Mr. B forgot to give the public notice. He did not give the public notice. Then he will be held liable for September 22 loan also if he has not given the public notice. Why? Because once you have retired, if you have not given the public notice, the public, that means bankers, creditors, and suppliers, all those who are dealing with the business, they will assume you to be the partner in the firm, and hence you will be held liable as if you're partner, even if you have retired from the firm. Therefore, it is mandatory to give a public notice when you have left the firm, when you have retired from the firm. एक्टिव पार्टनर सबको क्लियर हो गया. अब चलते हैं स्लीपिंग पार्टनर, देखते हैं. बहुत सोता रहता है ये पार्टनर, क्या कह रहे हैं. एक तो स्लीपिंग पार्टनर है, तो नाम दूसरा क्या दिया है? डोमिनेंट पार्टनर. डोमिनेंट मींस जो रिडंडेंट हो गया, जो बंद हो गया, जो क्लोज हो गया. डोमिनेंट पार्टनर मींस समबडी हु इज नॉट एक्टिव. डोमिनेंट का मीनिंग होता है इनएक्टिव. ओके, so sleeping or dominant partner means an inactive partner who is not actively involved in the business. It is a person who becomes the partner by agreement but does not actively participate. तो हमने ये तो पता कर ही लिया था कि स्लीपिंग है, सिर्फ पार्टनरशिप आया हुआ है, प्रॉफिट शेयर करेगा, इंटरेस्ट ऑन कैपिटल लेगा, कैपिटल भी कंट्रीब्यूट करेगा, बट बिजनेस में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करता है. They share the profit and losses, but they're held liable to third parties. They are not required to give public notice. Now, this is very, very interesting. He is sharing the profits also. He is liable to the third parties also. Liability of active partner is also unlimited. Let's write down few notes over here. Active partner and sleeping partner. Both bring capital. Yes, ma'am, both bring capital. Both share profits. Yes, both share profits. Both have unlimited liability. Yes, both have unlimited liability because why both have unlimited liability? Because both are liable to third parties because of mutual agency principle. Remember, partners are agent and principal of each other. That's why they have unlimited liability, mutual agency principle. But sleeping partner does not participate in business. However, active partner does actively participate in business. स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक्स देख लिया करो बिकॉज जल्दी जल्दी लिख रही होती हो ना. And sleeping partner is not required to give public notice on retirement. However, active partner must give public notice. These are the basic points of similarities and differences between active and sleeping partner. They both are capital contributing, sharing profits, unlimited liability, and they are actively, one is actively participating, sleeping partner is not actively participating. That is why the reason sleeping partner is not required to give public notice. Why? Because he is not known to the public now. उसके बारे में तो किसी को पता ही नहीं है, वो पार्टिसिपेट ही नहीं करता है बिजनेस में, वो जाता ही नहीं है मीटिंग्स में, तो किसी ने देखा ही नहीं है कभी, तो उसको पब्लिक नोटिस देने की जरूरत ही नहीं. बट एक्टिव पार्टनर को पब्लिक नोटिस देने की जरूरत है बिकॉज ही हैज बीन डीलिंग विद ऑल दीज फर्म. Prince Kumar, absolve means that means get free of from the liabilities. In order to get free from the liabilities, you have to give a public notice. Okay, Miss Ashnika Gupta, I hope now it's clear to you. Sleeping partner, minor हो सकता है. Mr. Manish Kumar, minor again, partners in profits. We can say that minor can be a person who is just joining for the benefits of the firm. I hope you all have written down these points now. Now let's move to the third category of partners, that is nominal partner. Now this is again amazing category. Nominal partner is not a sleeping partner. He is a partner who is lending his name to the firm. Active sleeping सबको clear हो गया ना? Aditya Kumar, it is a voluntary partnership that you have to do and it arises out of agreement. So that is contract. Ashnika Gupta, for the previous chapters, you can refer to the YouTube recorded lectures, okay? Nominal partner is the one who lends his name to the firm. So there is, let's assume there is Mr. A. He is a very rich man doing a very great business in the firm and he has a great reputation. Now he has built a lot of name in particular cities. Say, for example, he's staying in Chandigarh and he has built a lot of reputation. He has a lot of goodwill. So there is a firm PQR Associates who comes to Mr. A. He says that Mr. A, you are like a celebrity in this city. Why don't you become a partner in my firm? Mr. Ray says, I don't need to become a partner. I'm already doing so well in my business. मेरा तो अंबानी की तरह बिजनेस चल रहा है, रिलायंस जैसे इतना अच्छा कर रहा है, वैसे ही मिस्टर रे का बिजनेस बहुत बढ़िया चल रहा है. उसकी बहुत नाम शोहरत जिसने बिल्ड करी होती है ना, शानो शोहरत, नाम बिल्ड करा हुआ है, रेपुटेशन बिल्ड करी हुई है. तो PQR एसोसिएट उसके पास जाते हैं और उसे बोलते हैं कि इंग्लिश फ्रेंड्स पहले हिंदी में समझाऊंगी क्योंकि ऐसी स्टोरीज ना जो बच्चे हिंदी में सुन रहे हैं उनको समझ नहीं आती अगर पूरी इंग्लिश में बोल. तो पहले हिंदी में फिर इंग्लिश ट्रांसलेशन ऑल्सो, डोंट वरी. सो PQR एसोसिएट्स कहते हैं मिस्टर ए आप हमारे बिजनेस में पार्टनर बन जाओ। तो वो क्या कहते हैं, आप ना अपना नाम लेंड कर दो, हम आपको नहीं बुला रहे कि आप रोज आकर मेरे साथ दफ्तर में काम कराओ, बट अपना नाम मेरी फर्म के साथ जोड़ दो। क्योंकि जब ऐसे सेलिब्रिटी टाइप ऑफ पर्सन का नाम मेरी फर्म के साथ जुड़ जाएगा तो मुझे भी मार्केट में अच्छा बिजनेस मिलने लग जाएगा। In English, PQR Associates went to this Mr. A who was having a great reputation in the city and they said that why don't you lend us your name? You are not required to come and do business with us, but you simply lend your name to a firm because we will start getting more business and more recognition in the market by using your name associated with our firm. So when Mr. A is lending his name, he is only lending his name to the firm without having any real interest. He is not having any interest. He is not entitled to share the profits. He is not bringing in any capital or being liable for the third parties. Definitely, he will be held liable to third parties. I'll explain you how. But here, he's only lending your name, number one. He's not having any real intention of interest. He's not entitled to profits and he's not taking part in the business. He's simply giving you his reputation. For the sake of reputation, he's joining your firm. And now your firm is getting more and more business because Mr. A is associated. So like Mr. A is like a Shah Rukh Khan of Chandigarh who is associated with your firm. Now अगर King Khan किसी के सामने business में आ रहे हैं तो फिर तो business नाम कमाएंगे ना। तो वो कहते हैं क्योंकि आपका नाम शाहरुख खान का नाम आपकी फर्म के साथ एसोसिएटेड है इसलिए आपको ज्यादा प्रॉफिट्स हो रहे हैं एंड ज्यादा बिजनेस मिल रहा है एंड दिस मिस्टर शाहरुख खान हु इज मिस्टर ए एन एग्जांपल विल बी हेल्ड लायबल टू थर्ड पार्टीज फॉर द एक्ट्स ऑफ द फर्म. Why he is held liable, why his liability is unlimited, because it is because of him that people are forming trust in this firm. Therefore, because of his name, the business is coming. So Mr. A will have unlimited liability. He will definitely be held liable to third parties. In simple language, relationship of mutual agency is present in case of all the partners. So the partners are acting on behalf of you. So whatever actions are taken by the partners, you will definitely be held liable for the same. Is that clear, all of you nominal partners? समझ आ गया? Now the next category is partners in profit zone. कितना प्यारा एरोप्लेन बनाया हुआ है इन्होंने. कहते हैं सिर्फ पार्टनर्स, ऐसा पार्टनर्स जो सिर्फ प्रॉफिट्स खाएगा, उसको लॉस की कोई बॉदरेशन ही नहीं. जनरल पार्टनर क्या करते हैं, प्रॉफिट्स भी शेयर करते हैं, लॉस में भी कंट्रीब्यूट करते हैं. बट कई बार फर्म ऐसा पार्टनर लेती है अपनी फर्म में जो कि सिर्फ प्रॉफिट्स दे रहे हैं. Who is such person? He is a person who will only get the profits, number one. He will not be held liable for the losses, number two. And number three, his liability is also limited to the acts of the profits of the firm. Whatever profitable activities the firm is doing, he will be only liable for those actions and he will not be liable for any losses of the firm. So say, for example, ABC Associates, there are three partners and Mr. A is a partner who has been hired as partner in profits only. He made an agreement that this is a partner, B and C and A are all active partners and A was decided to be partner in profits only. So now the firm had a profit of 30,000. Firm had a profit of 30,000. So everybody will get the profits, 10,000. A will get equal profits. B will get 10,000 profits and C will get 10,000 profits. Now in the next year, firm had a loss of 15,000. Firm had a loss of 15,000. Now this 15,000, how will they share? Will they share 5,000 each or what will happen? If A is a partner in profits only, how will they share these losses? Thank you, Divya. अच्छे से समझ आ गया, crystal clear. That's great. Anushka Raj, please tell me how will they share the profits in case they have the profits of 30,000, 10,000 each, and in case they have a loss of 15,000, how this loss will be shared if A is a partner in profits only? How will they manage to share this loss? 7,500 each will be shared by B and C. A will not be sharing any losses because he's partner in profits only. And also for the activities which are contributing toward the profits, A will be held liable for his liability. B and C will be liable for all the activities of the firm. Clear ho gaya? Let's move to another one. Another is incoming partner. Now, incoming partner is nothing. He's simply known as admission of a partner. When someone is joining your firm, which is already existing, first of all, consent of all the partners is needed. So then he is known as incoming partner. Number one thing, partner who is joining the existing firm. Number two, consent of all the partners is required. Number three, incoming partner is not liable for the acts done before his admission. So, like retiring partner is not liable after his retirement, admission is not liable before his admission. So, let's read example number 5. Mr. A joined as a partner on 10 September 2021, a firm which was already existing from 10 July 2017. Now, children, he is joining on 10 September 2021. The firm is already in existence on 10 July 2017. Now, can we say that Mr. A, who has joined the firm, will be held liable for all the actions done from 17 till 2021? Can we hold A liable for this? Why he is not held liable? He's saying A will not be held liable before the date of joining. Why? Yes, Mohammed Farhan, it depends upon the agreement that the partners in profits have made. They are only entitled to the profits. How much profits they will get, whether they will be guaranteed profits, that all depends upon the agreement which the partners have signed. No, Arun, NP, there are not preference shareholders. Shareholders are different. We are talking about partnership. We are not in companies. Sana, very nice answer. BNC will share 7,500. Kushi, all of you. A won't share Ariharan. That was correct answer. Mr. K. Munish, Darshan, correct answer. Motiani, correct answer. Dheeraj, Anushka, very nice. Prince Kumar says no, ma'am, because he was not a partner at that time. So very good, Yogesh, Prince, Rani, Sanya, Arun, NP, Anuj. All of you have given the correct answer because he was not a partner during that time. And the second question is the outgoing partner is the one who is leaving the rest of the partners. So he say goodbye and he goes and leaves the firm. Will he be held liable to the third parties after his retirement? How will he not held liable? What does he need to do? He needs to give a public notice. So for example, on 1st January 2022, Mr. A leaves the firm and he gives the public notice on 3rd February 2022. Mr. A leaves the firm on 1st January 2022 and he gives a public notice on 3rd February 2022. When will, for what all acts Mr. A will be held liable and what all acts he will not be held liable? You have to answer me for outgoing partner. My question to all of you is Mr. A is outgoing. He's leaving the firm on 1st January 2022 and he has given the public notice on 3rd February 2022 for what actions of the firm he will be held liable and for what all actions of the firm he will not be held liable. My dear students have to answer me. If he has given a public notice, then he will not be liable. Very good. Anand Sahu, Anushka, he will not be held liable after the public notice. Very good. Anuj Kumar, very good. Correct, correct, correct. All of you have given the correct answer. So after 3rd February, he will not be held liable, but he will be held liable up till 3rd February 2022 till the date he has not given the public notice. क्लियर हो गया सबको? अच्छे से समझ आ गया? अब आगे चलते हैं. Last topic of this chapter. Partner by holding out. Good. Miss Preeti Singh, nominal partner is not asking for any profits. He is only lending his name and he is held liable for all the liabilities of the firm because it is on the basis of his name that you get the business. Okay? All right. So partner by holding out. Remember partner, say sale of goods, the word is topple. Same word is topple you heard in minor chapter also under Indian contract. Same word is topple you're going to hear in partner by holding. So number one, partnership by holding out, section 28 is known as partnership by estoppel. So number one, we call this partnership by holding out or by partner by estoppel. Now, what is this kind of partnership? What are they trying to explain you in this kind of partnership? Listen very carefully now. This is little tricky and important and very, very interesting also. where a man holds out himself as a partner or he allows others to do it, then he stopped from denying the character that he has assumed, and on the faith of such creditors have acted. So let's break it down into points. You don't have to read this, what I have read, you have to read what is written in the summary over here. Number one point, when a person represent himself, मतलब वो अपने आप को ऐसा रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है या फिर नोइंगली परमिट कर रहा है कि उसे ऐसा रिप्रेजेंट करा जाए कि जैसे कि वो पार्टनर है फर्म में, जबकि एक्चुअली में वो पार्टनर नहीं है. He is allowing the other persons to represent him as a partner in the firm. However, in fact means actually he is not a partner, but other persons are saying he is a partner and he says, yes, yes, I am. In such a case, if he is doing like this, then he will be considered as the partner in the firm, and the person to whom he has lied or made believe that he's a partner, he will be liable to that person as well. कंफ्यूज अच्छे से हो गए ना? अब एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं ताकि स्टोरी इजी बन जाए. मिस्टर ए, बी and C are having a partnership business. They are in partners. All these chartered accountants, they are doing business together. They went for a client meeting. And when they went for a client meeting, Mr. D, one of A's friend, was also with them. And here is the client, Mr. E, who is going to give them the goods for the supplier. He's the supplier who is going to give them the goods. So A, B, C are dealing in a certain business of goods. They're partners in that business. And D is a friend of Mr. A. When they went for the meeting with Mr. E, D himself said that I am also partner in this firm. D ने क्या बोला? मैं भी पार्टनर हूं. या फिर D ने नहीं बोला, A ने कहा he is also a partner and he allowed Mr. E to believe this. So A said D has also come along with us. He is also a partner in a firm. बहुत अच्छा close दोस्त है हमारा, partner ही है ये भी. And then D represented that he's a partner. He started talking all the good things about the firm. He said, we are into this business. We are doing this kind of business. We are into imports, exports. And that is how the business is going on. And E was very impressed with the interactions that were happening with D. And therefore, E gave certain goods on credit to Mr. D, to this firm ABC Associates. Now, later on, A failed to pay the amount. And this Mr. Angry E, he went to D. He said, look, you came to my firm that day for that business. Now your firm has not made me the payment. Mr. D, you make me the payment. D said, hello, I am not the partner. Ask ABC Associates. मैं तो वैसे ही आया था उस दिन उनके साथ. तो लॉ ने कहा सेक्शन 28 लागू हो जाएगा यहाँ पे. पार्टनर बाय होल्डिंग आउट बन गए हो आप. आपने अलाउ कर आपने आपको पार्टनर एक्ट करना. आपने बिजनेस करा उनके साथ. आपके विश्वास के ऊपर, फेथ मीन्स ट्रस्ट, आपकी इस रिप्रेजेंटेशन के ऊपर ई ने फर्म को क्रेडिट दिया. नाउ यू विल बी कंसिडर्ड एज अ पार्टनर बाय होल्डिंग आउट और बाय स्टॉपल. स्टॉपल मीन्स वंस इफ यू हैव नॉट stopped from denying that fact, once you have accepted that fact, then law says that now it is considered to be, yes, you are a partner in the firm. A person has induced others to believe means उसने उसको believe कराया है कि मैं partner हूं. So as a result, the firm has taken the credit. Now that person will be held liable as a partner by holding out. Is that clear, all of you? Let's read this example number 6. So in the example number 6, it's the same example that I have briefed you. XY were the partners. They are having Mr. A as a manager. And they said that this Mr. Manager is also a partner in a firm to Z. And A remains silent means he is allowing others to believe that I'm a partner. Now, because of this, Z, the trader, believed that A is a partner and he gave 100 TV sets on the credit. On credit means उधार पे दिया उसने. And जब credit period expire हो गया, उधार का period expire हो गया, तो Z को payment नहीं मिली. तो Z ने A and X दोनों के against case file कर दिया. Here, why the manager A is also held liable? You tell me. Because he becomes partner by holding out. So if such a kind of question comes, you have to explain the entire points that are written over here. Okay, let's take another example number 7. There are four partners, PQR, S. S retires without giving the public notice and his name is still continued on the letterheads. Will S be held liable as a partner? Yes or no? You have to answer me. Example number 7 में S को क्यों held कर रहे हैं हम liable? Why S is held liable in example number 7? Students have to answer me this thing. Because, ma'am, he has not given the public notice, therefore outsiders will still believe him to be the partner in the firm and he will be held liable to others as well. Excellent. Very good. So with this, we come to an end of this chapter and see how beautifully your study material has given you the summaries over here. This is how you have to make your notes. You keep asking me, study material has the notes also for you. See, if the partners decide to continue, it becomes partnership at will. We just now today discussed all these points in the presentation also. Also, we have summarized the types of partner summary has been made for all of you so that you can simply read it out from here. There is a sub partner also. This sub partnership is not covered in the chapter, but I'm trying to highlight it over here in the summary because in chapter number 2, when we talk about the rights of the transferee, there we will be talking about the sub partnership also. So let us quickly have a round to the questions. Okay. So descriptive question number 1, all of you have to read and give me the answers. And then we will move on to the auction sale topic. Mr. XU and YU are partners in a firm. XU introduced MU, an employee, as a partner to ZU. MU remained silent and 50 laptops were supplied to the firm on credit. Now, this is exactly the same question. Can you see how examiner is just going to change the names? बच्चे सारे क्वेश्चन डिस्क्रिप्टिव क्वेश्चन स्टडी मटेरियल के लिए एग्जाम के लिए पढ़कर जाना है, इसी में से ही पेपर आता है. स्टडी मटेरियल में जो एग्जांपल्स लिखे हैं, जो कंटेंट लिखा है, इसमें से ही पेपर आता है. यू गेट अ वेरी सिंपल पेपर ऑफ सीए फाउंडेशन लॉ and I can 100% guarantee you, if you study it nicely, if you have revised everything, no one can stop you from clearing your exam. Okay, so what will happen in question number D? Can you say MU is liable for such purpose? Yes, and why? All right, tell. Very good. He will be held liable because he has been considered as partner by holding out. Very good. And another quick question before we move to auction sale. The dominant partner of the firm, all these 4 points, is required to give a public notice, not required to give a public notice. He is not liable to third parties or do not share the profits and losses. Question number 15th MCQ, without cheating, it's written over here in front of you on the screen. Answer me A, B, C, D, which is the correct one. You all have to answer me this one. Question number 15, you all have to answer me. Mr. Mohammed, can you give the reference of the case law? Which topic are you talking about and where it is given so that we can quickly give a reference to that topic as well? 15th A is the correct answer. All those who have given 15th A, that is wonderful. He is not required to give the public notice. And 15th C, those who are saying that is absolutely incorrect. He will still be held liable to third parties. Okay, so this is not the correct answer. 15th A is the correct answer. Very good. So well done, students. You have answered the MCQs also very nicely today. And now let's quickly move down to the topic of auction sales so that we can complete one question paper also from the exam. I'm opening unpaid seller last page from the topic unpaid seller. We're going to cover up the last topic of auction sale. All right. So what is the meaning of auction sale? We have done all these rights of buyers, sellers were done. We were explained to you specific performance, all these points are done. Section 64, auction sale. So what is the meaning of the word auction sale? Tell me. फटाफट से मैंने समझाया हुआ है आपको पहले भी auction sale क्या होता है. नीलामी पे सामान बेचना, बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हो आप. हिंदी में इसको नीलामी कहते हैं. To sell the things, very good. All those who have given the correct answers for the previous questions, well done, students. Don't expect me to take so many names now. All of you have given the correct answer. Miss Preeti Singh, please send your queries once again when we are end of the session. Okay, what is the meaning of auction sale? I'm waiting for your answers. Mr. Mohammed, Cox versus Hickman, that case law which you're asking, it simply tries to tell you that all the partners are principal as well as agent of each other. That means partners have the power to bind the other partners. So when we go to another chapter, when we discuss in detail section 1920, you will understand how the partners are held liable on the basis of mutual agency once again. Okay, so we are selling something, auction sale. Ariharan is saying that we have seen auction in movies also. Many of times we have seen about this when the sale is being made by bids. Okay, so here the sale is he's trying to sell you the goods. And how the auction sale is created, you are inviting bids from the public. So we have kept out all the stock outside, it has been laid down and public is invited at large to come and see how the goods are lying, and then they give the bids. Bids means price. The prices are invited from the public itself. They will decide what price they want to buy it, and whatever the highest price has been given, property is sold to that highest bidder. This is how the arrangement of auction sale is made. An auctioneer is basically agent of law of agency. So he's appointed by the law of agency and he sells as if he's the agent of the seller. Now, what are the legal rules? What kind of question, ma'am, examiner can give us? Examiner can simply ask my student, give the legal rules relating to auction sale, or maybe the kind of example that we're going to do today, that kind of thing can come in the exam. So if examiner asks you, write the legal rules. So all these 7-8 points, A to F points have to be written. These are the legal rules of auction sales, which you all have to learn. How we have to learn, we'll just simply tell you. Section 64 says, first of all, the goods are sold in lots. Lots means, for example, I have kept 100 bags of sugar, 50 bags of tea, 70 bags of rice, whatever, different lots. So each lot will be considered as a separate contract of sale. 70 bags of rice, I'm going to sell an auction sale. That is a separate contract. 100 bags of rice is a separate contract. All of them will be sold in different lots. And how is the contract of sale completed? On the fall of hammer. Once the hammer has been fall down, that means now we have confirmed the sale and the price agreed has to be paid by the buyer. Easy hai pehle do point. Right to bid may be reserved. Now, sometimes seller expressly reserves his right that, okay, fine, I have the right to bid. I will tell you, or any person on my behalf can bid at the auction and tell that this is the reserve price. That is point number C and E are related. That is the notified as the reserve and upset price. तो कई बार क्या होता है, seller will tell you that this is the fixed price of rupees 5,000. Now, whatever you're going to bid for this, it should be over and above this price. So reserve price means upset price that has been notified by the seller. Sometimes he tries to fix a price. But point number D and E says something else. It talks about pretended bidding. What is the meaning of pretended bidding? Sometimes some people just sitting as the bidders, they're just trying to pretend in order to increase the price. So for 5,000 is the reserve price that the seller has created. So somebody is saying 6,000, somebody is saying 8,000. Now you cannot say 4,000, you cannot go beyond reserve price. But somebody is trying to do pretended bidding, means he's just saying 18,000. However, the value of the object is just 10,000. So now if you're saying 18,000, it is irrelevant. No, it is just to increase the prices. So if such a kind of sale is being done by the seller where pretended bidding is being involved, their law says then it is the contract becomes voidable at the option of the buyer. It will be treated as the fraudulent by the buyer. Buyer will say some fraud is happening with us. The rate, देखो ना जो जिस चीज का रेट, अब सपोज ये मोबाइल फोन है, अगर ये 20,000 का है, अगर मैं इसकी ऑक्शन कर रही हूँ तो कोई 50,000 बोल रहा है, तो ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना, एक तो पहले ऑप्शन कर रहे हो आप एंड फिर आपने रिजर्व प्राइस रखा हुआ है 10,000. सो इट विल बी अराउंड 11,000, 12,000, मैक्सिमम 15,000 और 13,500. somebody is saying 25,000. So it is not valid. You have to have a price which is close by to the bidding price. So in such a cases where pretended bidding is being done by the buyers, by the bidders who are sitting over there, uh, it will be considered as if it is avoidable at the option of the buyer. Okay. Seller makes use of pretended bidding to raise the price. Sale is voidable at the option of the buyer. In such a case, it will be considered as the voidable. Voidable means you can put an end to the contract or you can take an action, whatever is your choice at the buyer option, it will be left as voidable. Reserve price, we have all discussed the reserve price. Now let's move to this example. P sold a car by auction. It was knocked down to Q, who was only allowed to take on by giving a check for the price and signing an agreement that ownership could not pass until the check was cleared. Here, where you're fixing a price, now auction sale was happening, a car was kept on auction, and P sold a car by auction. So P has actually sold the car and it has been sold by auction sale. Who is the buyer? Q is the buyer. And it was written that you can take the check for the price and signing ownership will get passed only when the check has cleared. In the meanwhile, till the check cleared, Q sold the car to R. It was held that the property has fallen on the fall of hammer. Can you say that the sale and sub-sale are valid in favor of Q and R? Please tell me why it is held valid. You have to tell me the answer, children. हाँ, बोली लगाना, Mohammed Anas Sarang. That's absolutely correct. Okay, Arun is saying in Malayalam, we call it Leelam. All right, that's great. IPL matches, Anusa, where you have gone. Okay, you have to tell me why this sale and sub-sale are considered to be valid. Not understanding example 12. Prince Kumar, what have you not understood in this example? So very well answered, because the ownership has been passed on the fall of hammer. Please listen carefully, children. Now, when I'm making an auction sale, so P has kept this car on auction. How does the ownership gets transferred on the fall of hammer? So law says on the fall of hammer, the ownership has already been passed from P to Q. Now, even if the check has not yet been cleared, although if the check does not get cleared, P will become unpaid seller. So he can use his rights of unpaid seller. But here he is asking you about the sub sale. Can you sell the goods further? Remember, sub sale, if the seller has given the assent, original seller is giving his assent, yes, you can sell the goods further. Then you can make a valid sale because the ownership has already been passed from P to Q on the fall of hammer. Q has already become the owner. Now he can sell the goods further to Mr. R also. Tomorrow, if the payment of check is not cleared, he will become unpaid seller and he can use his rights against the buyer Q accordingly. All right. Okay. So I think we have done whatever we have planned to do for today. And I still have another interesting question for you. Since we are all going as per the timelines that we have decided, let's discuss a CA foundation question paper descriptive question. I would want you to send and ask your queries also meanwhile. Quickly send me your queries if you want to ask something. Otherwise, I'm going to take up this descriptive question today. Very good, Muskan says, because the legal rule says that on the fall of hammer auction sale was complete. That's great. So, Gupta, these points are simply about pretended bidding and reserve price. Whatever I've told you, just remember that much and simply you can learn it as it is, section 64. Miss Preeti Singh, you simply have to revise. Preeti Singh is saying, I keep revising still at times I don't feel confident. So, Preeti Singh, this is a stage which comes in between, and it happens at times that we feel that we are forgetting everything. I might fail in my exams, I might not be able to retain the information. So, the only solution to such type of negative thought is start thinking positive. Start feeling happy about the subject. Start reminding yourself that yes, Preeti, you will do it, you can do it. It's okay if you're not remembering. By reading again and again, you will definitely be able to remember and retain it. And another advice to you, Preeti, is that keep revising whatever you have done in the class. All right. Thank you, Sakshi. I'm glad all your concepts are clear. Thank you, Mr. Arun NP. I'm glad you're enjoying the classes. Partner by holding out Mr. Yash Shah. That is the descriptive case study that I'm going to do with you, but I'm just waiting for your doubts. Remedies of seller suit for interest, Miss Joya Parveen, where the breach of contract has been done by the buyer. Buyer is not ready to pay you the prize money. Then one of the right which can be used against the buyer by the seller is right to charge the interest. So there can be an agreement that if from this date till this date price is not paid, I will be charging you a particular rate of interest. Accordingly, that interest can be charged. What is the meaning of determination as Sudhakar? Partnership at will determination means the time period he is trying to tell you, whether the period is fixed or not. And where no period has been fixed, there you can simply call it partnership at will. Thank you, Sumaya. Thank you, Preeti. Thank you, Muskan. Muskan is asking A is liable for the price because, oh my God, you have read this question also. Okay, let me just solve this. Interest के लिए sue buyer right? Tambeshwari, yes, you can sue him for the interest. It is just an nominal or additional amount that you're going to charge over and above the price because seller is angry. You have not paid him the price. He has suffered loss because of you. So he has also been given the right to charge the interest on that price. All right. So last 5 minutes. Now we have to quickly solve this question. Many of you have given me the answers. Yes, Mohammed Farhan, we are going to discuss how to write the case study questions. This is what I'm going to do with you all right now. So X and Y are partners dealing in sale and purchase of electronic items. I hope you must have read the question by now. Here, the partners are X and Y, and A was introduced as a partner. However, he is actually not a partner. He was just simply a friend. X introduced his friend to Z as a partner and A remained silent. He was actively participating in the meeting, and because of this, machineries, washing machines were supplied on credit to the firm. Z did not get the amount for the washing machines after some time, and now case has been filed against X and A. Do you think X, who is just a friend, will also be held liable? All of you have, my dear students, have already given the answers. Yes, ma'am, A will be held liable because he is considered to be a partner by holding out. Excellent. Well done, all of you. I'm so proud of you. But now I'm going to tell you how you have to write the answers for this question. So this is how you have to write the answers. You keep asking me, na ma'am, descriptive questions कैसे attempt करना है CA फाउंडेशन लॉ पेपर में. आज हम उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. इसीलिए बच्चा प्लीज सारे लेक्चर्स फुल लगाया करो because many a times you ask that ma'am where is the descriptive question. Now we are doing it after today in between after doing partnership. So please attend all the lectures regularly because things like these revisions, descriptive questions keeps coming up in between. So don't try to miss out a single. So number one, we'll write the concern provision, underline the word concern provision. If you remember section 28, write it. If you don't remember, then what do we have to write? Please tell me quickly. As per the provisions of Indian Partnership Act 1932. Very good. So partnership by holding is known as partnership by estoppel. Write down the entire provision that we have just done. काजल शर्मा, हम राइटिंग की ही प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं. आप कह रहे हो मैम आई एम हैविंग प्रॉब्लम इन राइटिंग. दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू राइट द आंसर्स. अब ध्यान से देख लो और समझ लो. कंसर्न प्रोविजन हो गया. उसके बाद फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस. फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस एज इट इज समरी ली है मैंने क्वेश्चन में. A, who is just a friend of a X, introduced as a partner. A remained silent, showed active participation. Same thing. He was introduced, he was showing participation, machinery was supplied. Now what I have written? X wants to recover the money. So I always write in the facts of the cases, I try to give you a judgment also what you have to actually do the analysis for. So this is how you have to write the facts of the case. Don't worry, you will get this question in my presentation. It's a third presentation of chapter number 2. It will be uploaded. You can make down your notes from this presentation itself. So now conclusion. Then you write the third paragraph. A, the friend of X is also liable because he becomes partner by holding out. Section 28 याद है तो लिख देना, नहीं तो रहने दे. Since A represent himself or knowingly presents himself to be represented, he becomes liable. Who on the faith of such representation has given credit to the firm. So see how beautifully the answer has come out. If it is 6 marks, you will get full 6 marks if you'll write the answer like this. I can promise you for that. But if you'll simply give me the answer, yes, ma'am, A will be held liable because he's partner by holding out, I will also give you 1 mark. You have to give me the answer like this in flow, in completion, in order to get full marks. All right. So I hope everything is clear. And we have completed chapter number 1 of Indian Partnership Act. Now I'll be starting with the second chapter, relationship of partners. Next 2 lectures will be on chapter number 2, and then we'll be winding up with the dissolution of firm. So please be regular with your studies, keep revising, keep making down your notes, as I always keep telling you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ariharan. Please explain question number 2, partnership. Okay, Sanya Khan, remind me in the next lecture. We'll take up that question also. Yes, Mohammed, then only the examiner gets satisfied when you write all the points of such question. Chapter 3 and 4, Mr. Pavan, if you'll see the portal today, all the chapters of sale of goods have already been uploaded over there. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Muskan. Thank you, all of you, those who have written beautiful comments that you have enjoyed today's class. So enjoy your weekend with your studies. Keep revising and keep studying. Thank you so much, students. Goodbye.